Give thanks and praises to the Most High. You're in tune to Ras-Berry Radio 101.1, the best. And this is Thoughts from Andrew. This is a show that is on my Facebook page already, but I'll now make it official. So today I just want to talk about, experiences. Because a lot of people, I don't think they realize how valuable experiences are. And me being a soul that has been through so many experiences, it's incredible. I mean, right now I'm going through an experience which is a really tough and difficult experience. I can't get any work, make any money, but yet still, I'm still going through a good experience because I'm being able to express myself, get across my thoughts. And really, when you're going through this type of struggle where it feels like I'm banned from, growing, the only thing I can really do is talk about it. And because I'm not the only person that's going through difficult things. So I think me speaking about it is helping someone who's listening right now. It's almost like if you put an animal in a cage, they're gonna get so frustrated, and one day when you go in there, they're gonna explode. And that's why even in zoos, like animals, every now and then you hear about them attacking the zookeeper because the reason is they're frustrated. Like I'm frustrated. Sorry, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to express that I'm frustrated, which is the reason why I'm forced to the microphone because I'm all alone. I'm here by myself with no one to help me, only me alone, filled with stress. A young kid going through a lot. I wish I had someone in my corner, but I guess I don't, so I gotta help myself. But you see, it's hard when no one wants to give you a try. Even then, I still don't cry, even though in my heart I do cry and I try, but they still don't want to recognize or see the potential in me. They make me out to be some kind of criminal, like I ain't a person with feelings. See, I'm forced to the microphone because I'm here all alone. Now, do I look happy? Now, do I look unhappy? You make up your mind. I can give it to you a cappella. I can rap for you on the bus live. I can rap for you in Free Times Cafe. Anywhere I go, I can rap for you. And you already know I got these legendary flows. And this is the reason why I have to rap. You see what I'm saying? And this is the reason why, because frustration. It's not fair, but this is this is what my life is. So what else can I do? I try to be that person that's called, the type of person that they want me to be, but then I can't be that. You know what I'm saying? I can only be me because if I try to be a person that they want me to be, then I'm not being me, and I still won't be happy. Even if I fake to be something that they want me to be, and they give me all the money in the world, at the end of it, I'm still gonna feel empty because I'm not really being me. But in this situation, I'm being me, and as far as I can tell, there's no crime in that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not fair, but this is just the situation that I'm going through at this time. And a lot of people fear the truth, but me, I'm a person. I prefer the truth because and no further than truth, reality. Because you know what, truth is our perception of reality, and reality is the facts. And the facts is when you be yourself, you can express yourself more real and more freely, I would say. So this is why I have to be myself. I can't be like everybody else and come behind the microphone and start putting on some type of voice that's so-called a radio voice or a TV voice. No, I have to just be me. I have to speak in the tone that I naturally speak in because that's real, and only real things live. You know, fantasy doesn't work. It works to a point, but it doesn't last. That this is a reason why I choose to express real things, because I know that the reality, it lives, right? The reality lives, and it's not about numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's not about numbers, because numbers, what does numbers really mean? It's what I'm saying. It's the impact that I'm having on people. That, and that's what I want. I don't want to do something and no one is impacted by it, whether in a good way, whether however, if someone feels good about it, if someone feels sad about it. But the point is, I have to express myself in the most real way so that people can really feel it, and some things, sometimes we all need a reality check. So if I'm one person and the whole entire world needs a reality check, then I have to give them a reality check, because things are not as beautiful as people like to make it in this world. We can't keep walking around pretending like we don't see we don't see the problems in this world, because the truth of the fact is that in this world people aren't treated equally, people aren't treated fairly, people aren't given fair opportunities, and a lot of it is based upon the way we look. um Simple things like if, for example, I'm talented at rapping or expressing myself or coming from my heart, so because of that they don't want to give me these opportunities, even though I'm here speaking to you on the radio. Because the point is, when you're meant to do something, it will happen, regardless of anything. You know what I'm saying? And money, I don't want money to parade around in a limousine and to show off and to make a mockery of those who are less fortunate. If I if I'm ever lucky enough to have $1 million, I'm not gonna go and buy expensive cars and big houses and jewelry, because all of that doesn't really mean anything. What I would do is take the money and build schools to help children to learn, because I think the money should help children, because children are the future. And if we kill the children now, then where's the future? You know what I'm saying? So I would put the money into stuff like that, like building schools and then hospitals. Like right now, I can't even go to the dentist. To be real, I can't even go to the dentist because I don't even have the money to go and get a cleaning, simple thing as a cleaning from the dentist. But there are people out there who are supposedly so rich, but they don't want to help people who are poor. And even when they do give us some sort of work, like working in a warehouse, which personally I don't mind working. Working keeps you fit, and I don't mind that type of work. But the pay that they're paying people, that, I mean, by the time I pay my rent, buy my groceries, I can't do anything with it apart from that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really want money otherwise than to just be able to have a house to live in and to cover my expenses. But at the same time, I would have to be able to help my community. And the way of the world is, it takes money to do that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why I have to speak, because I feel like whether people try to ignore me or people try to pretend like it's not having an impact, it does have an impact. And I'm not going to be selfish and say, oh, because I'm not going to see the change that my life and my words are going to create. It's going to make a change for my little girl or my little daughter or your little kid or your little daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make a change for them, because I know that when someone like me or like anyone else who chooses to take a position on the issues that everyone is so afraid of, and speak about it in the most real way, and not just speak about it but create art about it, create videos, create poetry to help people understand, it will make a change, because somebody who is in a place of who is in a position of power or who has money, they're going to have to really and look into their self, because they're already looking into their self and realizing that we need a change in the world. You know what I'm saying? We need more equal opportunities in the world, and that's just the truth. It's not fair for somebody to have the opportunity to make tons and tons of money, or somebody with money to go and put money behind one person try to make that person huge and try to cut other people and hurt other people. No, we should be helping everybody. It's not fame. What is fame? You know what I'm saying? Like what are you achieving trying to make $1 million and to use me as a slave or use anybody else as a slave? What are we achieving from that? We're not. That's not helping the world to progress. And even in school, even some of the things that I used to learn in school, some of it is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Because in school, they don't teach you the things that you need to survive and to teach you. They don't teach you the reality of what's really happening around you. Simple things like if someone had taught me about scams and about there's people out there who like to prey on other people, maybe I wouldn't have been robbed because in 2008 I was robbed. You know what I'm saying? Because I was naive, right? I was naive. I'm not saying that that's anybody's fault, but it's just that they don't prepare you for all these things. They kind of teach you how to read and write, which is very important, which I'm grateful for. Yeah, I know to read, I know to write, which is a very valuable skill, and that's good. They need to continue that. But at the same time, it's kind of like they teach you half the stuff and then they throw you out to the world and then let you learn the other stuff on your own, which that's not really fair because even though I learned a lot from that, it still kind of set me back in a lot of ways because then I had to go through all those mistakes, all of those problems, and stuff that I could have achieved a long time ago. I wasn't able to achieve it because I had to be busy learning those lessons, those harsh lessons, you know. And I think also too in this world, and we need to learn to get to know each other better. I think people are afraid of each other. It's like why is it that when we walk out into this world, people are so afraid of each other and the fact that we're different, but we're not different. It only takes a simple thing like to get to know me or get to know even the person that you see on the street that's like homeless or they have a story. There's a reason why that person is on the street. There's something that drove that person there, and we can't keep saying, oh, it's nobody's fault, it's the person's fault why they're on the street. Because even if you say, oh, they took drugs and they went broke, but something drove them to take drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do people smoke? Why do I smoke? Because I'm truthful. I'm not going to say, why do people smoke? I smoke. And the reason why I smoke is because of all the anxiety that's created out here. Like me sitting down trying to look for work. I go to, they have temporary work. I go to the agency. I work with them, then no work. So what am I left to do in the meantime? I put my application in. I've been to job interviews and still no work. So what do they expect someone like me, a regular person, because I'm not rich, and that's the if I was rich, if I was rich, like I said, I would do so much things to help the world. My riches wouldn't be about me flaunting my riches on myself or buying the most expensive cars. I said it would be about helping people. That's what I want to do in my life, and that's the type of person I am. I don't feel good if I'm not helping people. And if I can't help you financially, I'll help you with words to inspire you, to push you further, to realize that you can do the same. And we all have a right to be who we are. You know what I'm saying? We all have that right to be who we are. It's not a crime for me to sing music. If you don't like my music, you don't have to listen. And if the point is, if you are listening even when you don't want to listen, that means I'm effective. That means that I'm saying something that you're relating to, right? But that's not a crime for me to do that, or for me to be here speaking to you on the radio. And I don't have to sit down and think about what I'm going to write or have someone write in because I don't do news. And I have nothing against the news. I listen to the news. Why? It's important. Everyone has a role. The people on the news are important. I'm not saying that they're not important. By no way. They're very important. What they're doing is very important. Get that straight. All right? I'm not tearing down anyone. The people who do the news are very important because I need to hear the weather in the morning. I need to know what's happening around me. But what I'm doing is important. I'm not reading the news. I'm not reporting. But me telling you what the average person, which I'm an average person, is feeling and experiencing is important to the politicians and the leaders of today. They should value a person like me because I'm actually communicating for all these regular people. You should listen to me and hear what I'm saying. And when I'm telling you that we need more jobs, you know what I'm saying? We need more. The people with money have to. You can't just take the money and just sit on it in your bank account. The people with money need to create. You need to put that money into building things or industries that I can get to work because maybe maybe I'm not an entrepreneur. Maybe I'm not talented at making money. So if you who have the money, if you're not willing to help me, who has the ability to speak, you may not have the ability to speak. You may not be able to come on the air and really express these words to people and what they're feeling. But I can. I'm rich in that way. But I suck at making money. Right? So you who is good at making money, you need to help me so that I can keep doing this for you. And not just people who are good at speaking. There's people out there who are good at other things. There's women out there who are nurses, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with a woman wanting to be a model or wanting to show her beauty because that's needed too. There's people out there who don't have the ability to speak to a woman and be able to have sex with her. So you put in your picture there is helping those type of people, which that's the value in that. You're helping people to release their stress by coming, right? And I don't mean to be rude. I apologize. I'm not trying to be rude. So everyone has a role, but I don't think every woman needs to be a model. I think some women, in fact, I respect women who are nurses because if I should get sick, I want someone who is caring to help me in the hospital, right? I think some women are good teachers. We need more teachers, right? Just like I think not every guy is good at making money. There's guys out there who have to clean up garbage. You know what I'm saying? But the guy who cleans up garbage, I respect that guy even more than the person who has $1 billion or $1 trillion. Why? Because if there was nobody to clean up the garbage, the world would be unclean. So those people should be respected as well because they're doing something to contribute. We're all people. And that's what I'm saying. And the person who can make money, I respect them because we need them to be able to access these resources. But we can't get blinded and think that money is the only thing out here. We can't spend our whole life being a robot, right? Or a robot, however you want to pronounce the word. We can't spend our entire life being that because then what I'm sent here to do on this earth, I wouldn't be able to achieve it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm above working in a warehouse. I've worked in a warehouse for more than a year in many warehouses, right? And I'm willing to do that now, but they're not giving me the opportunity to do even that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what I'm saying is that we all need to wake up and we need to realize that we all need each other. I'm I'm not the only person out here, and you're not the only person out here. We need each other. And this is why God made many millions of people. It's because one person can't live out here by themselves. And treating me horrible and treating me worse is not going to make you feel better. That's not going to make you feel better. I'm not going to come and treat you horrible and treat you in the worst way because that's not going to make me feel better. Why not? Why? And if you're doing something and I don't have to like it in the way how you want. I can have my own way of liking it. If I comment on on something that you have done, or I can show my support for you in many ways. You know what I'm saying? But you obviously don't want my support, which is the way how I see a lot of people in this life. They want it all for themselves. And there's too much greed in the world. You know what I'm saying? There's too much greed in the world. There's too much drugs and speed in the world. We need more love in the world. We need more unity in the world. We need more tolerance in the world. Too many kids suffering. Too many moms lost, whored out, cracked out. Too many rich guys all for themselves. Too many people starving. I'm sitting here trying to get a message across to you. I could rap all day, but it ain't about the fame. It ain't about the money. It's not about the game. It's about the change. We need change. The system needs to change. And that's what I'm saying. And if I'm left out there like this, I'll have to talk. You know what I mean? I'll have to talk. And, I'm not religious or anything, but the one of the most realest things that the Bible has ever said is speak the truth, cost it what it will, because The truth, and as I said, deeper than the truth, the facts, the reality, knowing the reality, kids knowing the reality is a benefit. Because when my little daughter or your little son or the children grow older, if I see my experience, they can learn from it. If I tell them, be careful of who you associate yourself with, or check out who you're associating yourself with, because a lot of people don't have good intentions. A lot of people have other ulterior motives. There's people out there who prey on people, who use other people to make money, which I'm not saying making money is wrong, or I'm not saying it's right or whatever. But all I'm saying is that kids and everybody out here needs some sort of voice or some sort of message, which is why I'm saying what I'm doing is important, because the news can't do this. This is where the news is limited. The news can only focus on report new people on the news. They don't write anything original. They basically just tell you what other people are doing, but they don't tell you the little things that you need to know. Like what I just said, there's scams out here in the world. There's people who use people. There's people who abuse people. There's many ways of how people can trap you out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through the experiences of, like, right now I feel trapped. Right now I feel trapped because I can't get any work, I can't get any money. So, I need to pay my rent, I need to buy food, and there's not much I can do because the world is set that way. So it's almost like I'm trapped. So this is what I'm trying to tell people. Like, kids, when you get up and you be yourself in this world, this is the result of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not wrong to do that, because it's much better for me to come and express these things to you so you can know what's happening, as opposed to me just sitting down or just being dumb about it and not saying anything, and the same problems just perpetuate, as opposed to me expressing it to you. So these are the issues that we all need to slow down, just slow down a little bit, slow down, and just really take a look at. I know we all caught up in the struggle. We all have bills to pay. We all have, some people have kids to take care of. People have goals they want to achieve. Some people want to climb Mount Everest. Some people want to reach the Hawaii just to chill on the beach. Some people want to go snorkeling. Some people want to build a big skyscraper, and that's all important. But there's people in the process. Realize that when you build your big skyscraper and you hire a whole bunch of people, you're using people to do that. And just take time out to realize that they're people too. So find ways how you can give back to these people, and really help them to make their life special. Because if the more special their life is the better it will be for you. Because then they can give you more of 100% on the goals and objectives that you want to achieve, right? And so, like I was saying, there's reasons why people do what they do. It's because of all the stress that's out here, and so that's really the point that I want to get across to you. Take time out to just think and look around you. Use your eyes and see. Look, and it's not just seeing like you get up and you just see like that painting behind me, or you just see the trees around you, or you not just that type of scene. I mean, look into a situation when you go to your workplace, and I'm not saying this to tear down people who have workplaces, because like I say, we need workplaces. I'm not saying that those people are bad. They're not bad. They're good people. They're people as well, and they have feelings, and I recognize that. But at the same time, we all do wrong things to each other. So ask yourself, the environment that you're working in, if you're working in a factory where there's toxic gases, is that right to have a whole bunch of people slaving away, and then at the same time giving them the minimum pay, or pay that can't really allow you to be free, pay that keeps you trapped and keeps you in that environment, and then at the end of it you have lung cancer and all type of sicknesses as a result? Is that fair? That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair. And this is what I'm trying to get across to people. We need to make life more fair for everyone. We can't keep saying that, we're living in a world that's fair, when it's not true. This is what I'm saying about speaking the reality, and it's just like women and kids. Like, even in this society, I notice that women have more rights when it comes to kids. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm speaking about rights. That's not fair. If it takes two to make a kid, even if you went to a sperm bank and you use somebody's sperm to create your child, your little kid, even if it's a woman and a guy, and the guy has no sperm and cannot reproduce, and you use my sperm to create a child. Even in that situation, I helped you to create that child. So therefore, I should have rights. And yeah, even if you say okay, visitation or so, I should still have rights to my child. And the thing is, they know this. You know what I'm saying? They know that I have rights to see my child, or any guy. You know what I'm saying? So we need more. We need the rights to be more balanced in this life. And we don't just need to come and just sign. It's not about going to Congress or going to Parliament and arguing and bickering and trying and talk. It's not about winning or losing. It's about accomplishing what we need to accomplish to make the world better. That's what it's about for me. It's that I don't need to win, or I don't care about winning or losing. There's no winning or losing for me. You know what I mean? The real victory for me is when we make life better for everyone out there. Because look, they have the mall full of clothes, and I can't go in and just buy a pair of clothes as I would like to, because I don't have the money to. But there are people who can do that. So I'm not living in the way how other people are living. So then the world is not balanced. And if the world is not balanced, people aren't happy. And many people want to speak, but they're afraid to, because I'm showing you, I'm showing the world and showing you, I mean you who is listening, I'm showing you now and speaking to you now that this is the result when the people speak. We get punished for speaking what how we're feeling, and that's not right. You know what I'm saying? So if I have to die, you know what I'm saying, if I have to die for that reason, or if I have to be made a mockery of, even though nobody's making a mockery of me, the regular people, because I'll never blame the regular people. I'll never blame them. And those people love me. You know why? Because I'm speaking for them. I'm speaking for them and taking the lashes for them, right? Because I think it's important that those people should be represented. It's not just in Canada. There's countries right now where people live in absolute poverty. They live in a dust bowl. And I bet many of you are living the good life, and you're climbing Mount Everest, and you've this and you've that. You don't even care about those people. You're so busy caught up in trying to achieve something which is an illusion, because fame, you're trying to achieve fame and fortune and all these things, that you forget that there's kids right now kids who are starving, who are hungry. And that's what frustrates me. It's not winning or losing. It's the fact that I see these people they're not doing anything beneficial with that money. They're not doing anything. If I had the money, I wouldn't even be here. I'd be in one of those countries helping those people. And I know you're gonna say, oh, when you help those people, they turn on you and all these kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, if you help those people, then they won't rob you. You know what I'm saying? They won't think to rob. They won't think to do all the things that they do. This is the reason why we have, even last year, why we had, riots were sparking. Even this is why I'm not gonna say any names, but this is why some people in high places are forced to do crack, because they're pressured. Why? Because the environment that they create this rat race that's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? That's killing the people. That's killing the people. Right? That's killing the people, the rat race. And it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Because not okay, I use myself as an example. I'm not good at racing. I'm not good at racing. I suck at racing. So what am I so what am I gonna do? Because I'm not good at racing, the people who are good at racing are just gonna race up past me, and I'm just left here to die? You know what I'm saying? I'm just left here to die, and I'm just using myself as an example because there's many people out there. What about the people who are disabled? What about them? What, they're just left to die? They're just left to sit there and just... There's people who are disabled right now who are taken advantage of. There's elderly right now who... There are people who pretend to want to help them and are stealing from them. And those things are not right. And it has to be spoken about. Because if I don't speak about it, nobody will think about it. And this is what these people want. They don't want to think about it. But they have to think about it, right? Because people need help out here. And that's what I'm saying. And you're in tune to Ras-Berry Radio 101.1, the best. And I'm Andrew, Ja Rastafari.